That's right. Now we're going to start giving our episodes numbers so that we can kind of keep track of how many we're doing and what we're doing, and it'll allow us when we have conversations with other people to more easily track what they like, what they didn't like, and make ourselves better. In this episode, I want to touch on some stuff that's extremely pertinent to what's going on in our industry right now. Of course, many of you have already heard, many of you have already made your own statements on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram or wherever you want to about ZX Ventures investing in ratebeer.com. Sam from Dogfish Head has made probably one of the most public statements about it. A lot of what he said and I think his actions were pure. And what I want to talk about is something that we very rarely, if ever, talk about. And that's our beliefs in craft beer and our beliefs in journalism and how that all exists with us. So I want to kind of give you a background if you don't know already. Brewer Magazine was actually a brand that I came up with in 2012. We launched it as a website from around 2012, 2013, and it was my vision to go in a different direction than say what Rate Beer was doing or other blogs where they were talking so much about the consumer side of beer and critiquing brewers. As a former musician, someone that's been a writer almost my entire life, I really get in and I really dig the arts. It's something that means a whole lot to me, and just like almost all artists that have had any small amount of success, I've been critiqued just as well as every brewer out there is critiqued on a regular basis. Sometimes it feels good, sometimes it doesn't feel good. But what I wanted to do when we launched Brewer was I wanted to reach out to the brewers themselves and kind of pull out what they were trying to convey in making their beers. If we look at craft beer and we think of it as a craft and an art, as an art form, I want to go to the artist and see what they were trying to come across with, as opposed to, just having beer enthusiasts regularly talk about, what they liked and what they didn't like. There was a ton of that out there, and, that's not the direction we wanted to go in. So we did this for, a couple of years, and we started to find out that our readers weren't the consumers that we thought they were going to be. Our readers were actually more of the owners and brewmasters themselves. They were more interested in listening to each other and learning from each other and talking to, seeing what we had to do. We weren't doing a forum like most people are doing, and, we were trying to do something different, with our photos and making our website look a certain way. So when I noticed that, we started also getting requests for a print edition. Like I said early on, we started as a website. We started as a website primarily because I had already been working in print publishing for my entire career, and I didn't think that print publishing was necessarily dying, but I thought there was a good avenue for a lot of digital. And what we discovered was, yes, there is a good avenue for digital. BrewerMagazine.com and BrewerMag.com does really well. We get a lot of visitors, and we really help people with their businesses with our website. But on the other side of that, people really just still like to hold something. I think that's a testament to craft beer in its entirety. I mean, you can sit down and you can pick up a beer. You can't virtually drink a beer. That doesn't really make any sense at all because it completely defeats the purpose. But it's also about, that's why people, I think, go to breweries in general. It's an immersion. It's a process. It's, holding something. You can be inside and experience a place and an atmosphere and kind of experience where the beer's made. And it feels a lot different. So once we realized that people wanted a print edition, we kind of totally switched. Well, we didn't totally switch because we were already in sort of that direction. But we went more on the business side. We wanted to become a huge business resource for our readers. And we wanted to target, the upper echelon of people in the industry. So the people that could actually utilize our content and make moves off that content so that they can grow their businesses, grow the industry, make the industry just better. Um, Me personally, I have the utmost respect for all brewers, whether that's a home brewer or a commercial brewer or you know craft, what have you. I think brewing's long, it's hard, it's difficult to come up with new recipes. One thing that I also really believe in is journalism. I'm a purist. I'm probably not as pure as I once was, but with age, things that you're taught in school, you kind of see in a different light. That doesn't mean that I disagree with anything that Sam said. I don't want any of that to get confused. Um, but when it came across as a unethical portion of what ratebeer.com did, I don't necessarily see it as such. If we ever did something where we were purchased out by any brewing entity, um, I think um, that would be something else. I've announced that we're trying to do a small brewery in the town that we live in to do more of a test facility, but we are not, excuse me, being purchased out by anyone, nor will we ever be purchased out by anyone. We are owned by myself. We have a team. We have an editor, John Seacott. Many of you have probably talked to him. He's probably blown up your email on your phone a few times. We also have Mark Mahoney, who's up in Milwaukee. Mark does great work for us on the sales side and just helping us understand the industry more and more from somebody that's been with the industry for a long time. But really, what I just wanted to get in touch with is, talk to you all about what our mission is. Our mission is to focus on business, conveying good business practices that can help your business grow and thrive. We're not ever going to sit back and just throw a forum up and let people just chat back and forth. I think it's lazy. I don't think it benefits people entirely. I think there is a place for it, but I think there's a lot of places for that right now in the industry, and that's not where we want to be. We want to actually reach out and find people, find breweries and brewers and owners that are doing really cool things and help extrapolate how they did it, what made their business better, and then if you all want to try and make that yours, by all means, go for it. But I felt, because it was kind of approached from an ethics standpoint as a publication, I've never really seen or felt that Rate Beer was a publication or a magazine or any type of journalistic entity. It's a forum, in my opinion. And it's a forum where people go and give up their opinions. It was exactly the opposite what we were trying to do when we launched. We didn't want to do a forum, like I said. We didn't want to just talk about beer from a consumer standpoint. We wanted to talk about it from your perspective, from the brewer perspective, from the owner perspective. And we think that that's the deeper spot. And I just kind of wanted to touch on that because it meant a lot to me. And it started, just kind of seeing where this was going. I think it's important that we all get together at different times and we talk about our passions and talk about why we love this industry. I also thought it was important to talk to you about who we are, who we're owned by, knowing that we're completely independent. We don't even have outside investors. I launched this on my own dime, with very small dime, and grew it into what I think is a very great business magazine. But that's kind of where we stand. I don't think we'll never change in that way. We will grow. We will add people. We'll add team members, and the puzzle will change. We'll add new strategies and new ideas that we'll bring to you. But I want to say right now, we've turned down investment before, and we're not going to go that direction. We don't want anybody to control our vision. We don't want anybody to change what we're looking for. We also just want to completely focus on making a publication that you all appreciate, that you enjoy, and that you can respect. We respect and enjoy everything that you do, and I just hope that it comes back for us. So essentially, that's all I really wanted to touch base with you. I'm sorry it went a little long. Sometimes when I talk about what we do, I get kind of passionate and I start rambling a little bit. But that's all I really wanted to touch base with today. I hope that you all had learned some stuff about us because I think it's important. And like I always say, hit subscribe and leave comments for us. If you have questions about us or anything that we do, please leave those comments, and I'll get back to you in the comments section, or I'll touch base on them in the next episode. But from here, I'm going to leave you all, and I'll talk to you all soon. Cheers.